we found here is a complete articulated skeleton of a baby or a juvenile tapir. Tapirs were animals that lived in East Tennessee 4.5 to 7 million years ago, back during the Miocene. Fairly common animals, actually, but this animal is special because it is a complete articulated skeleton of a baby. Juvenile species of animals anywhere in the world are rare. The skeletons of babies are very fragile, and they very rarely survive the fossilization process. So to have a complete articulated skeleton is pretty rare.
Do you think this will draw much interest from the scientific community everywhere, with them being such a rare specimen?
Yeah, I think so. We've already had interest from scientists all over the world for the whole site. It's very, it's a special site, and this will be a special specimen too. Today's tapirs are basically solitary animals. They're not. We do know that they don't herd. They're not herding animals. We have a lot of tapirs here at this site, and we're trying to figure out why we have so many of them. Maybe they were herding animals at one time, and they like to congregate in one area. We just don't know that right now. What will happen now is the process we call plaster jacketing, where we take strips of burlap, dip it in wet plaster, and totally encase the skeleton along with a lot of the sediment around the skeleton. Now, the block that we're going to plaster is going to look really large, and that's just so we make sure we get everything with the specimen. Sometimes these things tend to spread out a little bit, so we want to be sure we get everything contained in the block. It's hard to say how long it will actually take, but we're looking at several months worth of work inside. It's a very slow process of removing the matrix, or the clay, the sediment around the bone, and we use things like dental picks and toothbrushes and tiny little paintbrushes and toothpicks, tiny instruments. We also look for look for evidence on the bones, such as bite marks. Did something attack this animal to kill it? Was something feeding on it after it died? This gives us a better picture of what life was like here during the Miocene in this part of Tennessee. This tells us that we had baby tapirs walking around here, and we probably had lots of baby tapirs walking around here. And to find a complete skeleton, it just really completes the picture, or it's more completing the picture of what it was like.